Hey, would it be? It's your boy Dre OG. Welcome back to the OG family. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Subscribe to my channel if you're rocking with the vibes and the content. But look, yo, we got a great one for y'all tonight, man. So y'all buckle up, man. I told y'all they hide things in plain sight, man. These are conspiracy theory TikToks that will make you question your reality for sure. You know, but look, man, we're gonna hop into this video. Make sure y'all smash that like button, man. And cause just buckle up. I'm telling you, shit gonna get real. Just because it's on this video don't mean that it's actually 100% facts. Go ahead and do your own research, people. This right here is to spark dope conversations between dope people. Just know if you're going through a tough time in your life right now, we're going through this thing called life together. We get through it. Let's get it.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Did anybody ever ask Siri on your iPhone? Because I'm an iPhone user. I have an iPhone 12. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what y'all got. Y'all got a 13, 14, 15, it don't matter. I'm sitting here, you know, through all this, what's going on in the world. I'm processing, you know, things and discovering things, figuring things out, studying, doing my research. Did anybody ever get their iPhone and think to ask Siri what the population, or if you have an Alexa, what the population, or what is the population on another planet?
Huh?
I did. This will happen.
Here's what I found from fandom.com. Mars is the fourth planet from Sol, and the second smallest planet in the Sol system. It has a population of 10 billion humans, and is governed by the Martian Congressional Republic.
That don't surprise me though. Elon Musk is moving billionaires out there for
What's up? Guess what? Y'all changed y'all DNA, cause y'all eat what? Skittles. The company Mars is being sued because they have titanium dioxide in their Skittles and it's changing your DNA. Check out this article if you don't believe me. Y'all need to stop eating fake candy and start eating nature's candy. That's right, you heard it from the kid. Check out this article.
Hold up. Yeah, hold up. My brother got to look at this. Skittles and all colors. Y'all read it for yourself. I definitely read up on this too. Like I seen something come up and I seen it. Like it's just all making sense. It's crazy though. We're gonna keep going. Y'all keep eating them Skittles if you want to.
Endless hole is this property that had this hole, and for years people were just dumping trash, dumping all sorts of items into this hole, and then they started to notice this hole was never ending, throwing fridges in it, a lot of stuff in there, right? So one day he decided, I'm gonna see how deep this hole really is, because I never hear anything hit the, because usually when you throw something down you can kind of hear the bottom, especially if it's a fridge, right? So he's like, I'm gonna throw something down and I'm gonna see what happens. And he gets a wire and he attaches a metal thing to the end of the wire, right? So the metal thing is going into the hole 80,000 feet, still doesn't reach the bottom. He's using wire after wire after wire. It was reported, supposedly during that time frame, somebody threw their dog into the hole, and then the next day, they seen their dog across the street alive. Not the only thing. I guess the government took the hole away from Mills. Like they took the entire property and said that they had to have it, and they kind of just paid him out. They didn't give really a reasoning why. And then I guess a bunch of people within the town were seeing beams just coming from the hole. And I guess if you brought like a radio to the hole on a staticky station, you would start to hear music back from like 30, 40 years ago.
Dang, I want to hop in that.
Apparently, no one will give the precise location of where the hole is at ever since the government bought this hole.
Hey, you guys, have y'all seen that? It's a series that's on Amazon, and it has something to do like with people having like access to like seeing other planets. Like it's kind of like a gateway, a portal to see like other planets and universes and stuff. And we have a lot of evidence of those things being real, and it wouldn't surprise me if they would come and buy that shit from you. They take over fucking discoveries all the time, like the giant bones and stuff like that. Where I think those things aren't public. They took them over from real scientists just to cover them up and hide them.
All right, real quick, I wasn't sure if you guys
Be
were aware of
selfish.
this, not to piss anybody off, but the famous brand Ball mason jars for canning now says they're only good for 18 months. They changed their lids. All of them.
Well, goddamn,
Makes
what
you wonder.
brand I got?
So in light of the food shortage and potential end of the world that everybody's been waiting on, I had no idea that they had underground food storage buildings. So apparently this one isn't a secret. It's in Missouri. So that's a good location to know about whenever people are going to have to start looking for food. This is what it looks like.
That's crazy.
Apparently there's a whole bunch of shit in there, as you can see in that article. But then in addition to that, the government has its own warehouses. They say there are at least 6 of them. This one in particular has about $7 billion worth of product. They won't say what it is, but...
You know what's crazy? They're going to try to ration that shit out and sell it.
Hey, TikTok.
But we already paid for it.
What's up, guys? I want to talk about giants and the fact that giant skeletal remains have been being unearthed for hundreds of years. We know that ancient civilizations such as Egypt depict giants and living amongst them. The Bible talks about the Nephilim as early as the Tartaria. If you looked into Tartaria, they have giants living amongst them as late as the 1800s. And I just find it odd. It makes me wonder, you know, were dinosaurs invented to cover this up? You know, and if so, why? You know, you guys let me know what you think in the comments and check out some of the information I found.
Y'all can pause that if y'all want to. I've read this right here before, and it's crazy. These are real. It's real documentation on like giant bones and stuff. So if y'all think it's fake, go do your own research, people. I ain't got time to argue with y'all on here. Look at that. Look at that. That shit crazy, right? You don't see that every day, do you? Because you're not. Crazy. You feel me? And look how small we are compared to them. You know, some of these people, like remnants of them still exist, and people like you know, Shaquille O'Neal and all those type of people, they're probably like direct descendants. Them niggas is huge. Look at that one. Y'all telling me all of these are fake? All of them? I don't know about this one though. That shit was huge.
Don't know what this is. I'm going to show you something which is going to blow your mind. It's a camera, but not just any old camera. It's one of 700 million that are dotted all over China as part of their mass surveillance program. There's literally one camera for every 2 people in China, and they cover 100% of the whole country. Every single person,
crazy.
whether it be Chinese nationals or foreigners, can be identified using these cameras through facial recognition or something called gait, which uses your body movements to identify you. Insane. And it's all linked to China's social credit system. So that means when the camera catches you not wearing a mask or crossing the road without waiting for the green go light, you lose social credit points. And that can mean higher mortgage rates, higher taxes, slower internet speeds, more expensive public transport. The list goes on. So next time you're in China and you're thinking about being a naughty boy or girl, think again,
Stay
because
woke.
you are being watched and you will be caught.
Look, if they do that shit here, man, look, a lot of people gonna be fucked. You know, you're gonna have that shit's crazy, but I don't see that happening here because we're starting to take control back. They know damn well they can't do that to us. It's not gonna happen. You know, it's a lot of changes in the pipeline. It's a lot of changes that's coming. So All I'm saying is y'all don't be afraid of that shit because it's not gonna happen. Not here.
You're not really gonna sit here and look me in the eye and claim that these people went to the moon.
Oh, and look, to piggyback off of that, look, if you've seen this series, it's on Netflix. It's called Black Mirror. Black Mirror has they put this out years ago, before I even seen this, right? They put this out years ago and they put it in the public domain. Black Mirror has an episode where they're talking about the social credit score. She was a nice lady, and you know, her credit score was up there, and she was getting in the neighborhoods and stuff that she wanted to. And the moment that she had like one bad thing to start happening to her, her credit score just declined and she couldn't get in neighborhoods no more. She didn't have funds for certain shit. People started treating her bad. And then she got to the point where she just didn't give a care. She didn't care anymore, and she was actually living life. But I mean, it is what it is, man. Y'all just gotta go check it out yourself.
Moon. A dusty rock reflecting light? Absolutely not. We're seeing stars through the moon when it's crescent, and we also see the blue sky through it almost every single day unless it's full. Like, seriously, just look at this picture. Look, a star, and also you're seeing the blue sky through this moon. That tells you that it's not a physical dusty rock reflecting the sun's light. Did you know that if you were to magnify the moon's light into a single point like you would to use the sun's light to start a fire or something with a magnifying glass, if you do the same thing with the moon's light, it'll literally be cold. That's just one tell-all to tell you that it's not reflecting the sun's light, you crazy psychopath. These people are not going to space. When they're simulating zero-G, they're doing parabolic moves. Yeah, literally NASA and Boeing have been perfecting it for they've had a couple decades on us. So we got to do some catching up with disproving them. But here's Buzz Aldrin in a plane, faking space, faking that he's in zero-G. Yeah, if you haven't looked at this close up, you're probably, working too much for the system, being enslaved, thinking you're free. The United States isn't the land of the free, it's the land of the Freemasons. Gosh, stop watching this witchcraft right now. Turn this shit off. Don't turn this on ever again. The news, north, east, west, south, this is literally witchcraft. Please, don't allow this into your retina. I think it's just normal that we have no footage from this supposed greatest accomplishment of mankind. We have no footage of this one or this one. Come on.
Hey.
No videos or pictures of the ISS being constructed. Are you joking? You're just gonna look past this? You're not gonna... You can literally screenshot this, zoom in, see the foil, the tape, and the curtain rods that they used to build this thing. Again, did not travel 24,000 miles per hour through a space vacuum 240,000 miles to the moon. Highly doubt it, man. Have you not seen their pools that they're jumping in?
Ooh.
Have you not seen... Here, let me show you some articles that might suggest that they might be in pools filming all of this. Really? Their suits keep filling up with water? Come on, buddy. They're not only just testing, they're filming in this. Just to tell you, why would they be practicing in a pool for the space vacuum that's negative 400 degrees, supposedly? It makes absolutely no sense. They're not training in the pools. They're filming in the pools. It's just like the fluoride in the water. They're not treating the water. They're treating us. If you want to be an astronaut, you just need these three things: a bachelor's degree in scuba diving, a 33rd degree Freemasonry rank, and the ability to lie and be able to sleep at night. Have a good day.
He's so condescending. I
and
love
that they
it.
exist, in fact, on every continent, brushed off as mountains, hills, empty tombs, or even piles of rocks.
This is
because
facts.
they're so much older than we've realized. And also, of course, because we still can't figure out why any civilization would go through all the trouble of building these enormous structures of unimaginable weight for no practical reason, unless the reason's yet to be revealed. In other words, we don't know what we don't know. So before we share the facts about the Bosnian Pyramid, the BPS,
Look at that.
consider this first. If we knew that pyramids held a practical function, and if we were open to the possibility that civilization's history on Earth goes back much further than we've acknowledged, would we notice the similarities of these pyramid structures on every continent, like the almost 2,000 pyramids in China that are over 12,000 years old.
And China don't talk about it
the
either.
224 in Sudan, the 43 in Sicily,
Nope.
the 3 in Palencia, Spain, where there are pictures of reptilian-like beings, and where one, tragically, was recently destroyed. Would we see the 104 in the Canary Islands? Or those in East Africa? Or those in El Salvador and Honduras, including this one, where an interior temple reveals what appears to be Mayans and spaceships?
I'm telling you.
Would we see Cambodia's?
I gotta pay attention.
Would we notice the 100-meter high pyramids in Indonesia?
Nope.
And would we see that in the United States of America,
Telling you.
the 200 mounds in southern Illinois have all the criteria of ancient pyramids? Or how about this mysterious one in Antarctica?
That's just starting to goddamn show itself.
And we mustn't forget those underwater, off the coast of Japan, and off the coast of Florida. So, as you can see, every continent has evidence of these structures, and yet we're still telling ourselves that primitive people built these for their dead, and built them in ways we can't figure out.
You know what though? It's crazy that a lot of this stuff will get like breezed over, and a lot of people don't think like this. We go along with our daily lives, and we don't really understand like what we're walking on. People, you got to understand this right here. Them pyramids been here, bro. Why do you think why would somebody go out of their way to cover up all of this stuff and not to acknowledge it? That's because the people, man, look, that shit belongs to us. It been belonged to us and our ancestors. We've been here. I gotta understand that. We've been here the longest, bro. Everything came from us. Those pyramids are ours. Those pyramids used to have energy that nobody had to pay for. What do we have to pay for now? Energy. Everything. We have to pay to fucking drive on the street. We have to pay for a school system that doesn't teach our kids the proper education to be successful. Shit's not made like it's all made to destroy us. All of this stuff that they do. Pay attention, y'all. Let's get it. That shit's crazy though. Y'all gotta really do some research on them pyramids. It's deep.
Why would they do this? Why are they trying to hide the fact that we are on an infinite plane or on a flat earth rather than a ball? Well, if you isolate people into the idea that they're on a blue marble that's in the middle of a universe that is really insignificant, and there's thousands of millions and billions of other worlds and possibly other civilizations, that makes most people think that we are insignificant and that we did actually come about as some sort of an accident. Now, when people believe that, their minds are much more malleable into being given the idea that there is no God, there is no creator. And because of that, that also gives the controllers this fertile soil to build other deceptions on. It's about total control, mental, physical, spiritual, every way, shape, form possible.
You have to remember how big of a conspiracy this is. This isn't talking about just the JFK thing, or isn't talking about just 9/11. It's on an umbrella kind of system to where it is the biggest deception that there is. It actually exposes every other deception, and nothing else brings down the power of the elite, because it really exposes education, science, the economy, television, museums, universities. Think of all the things that have been fooled. I feel worse for the people that are out there building satellites, the people that are out there actually working for these space agencies, the people out there teaching in schools as professors, because they would all come to the conclusion eventually, once this gets out, that they've all been contributing to the lie.
This is why you have to ask questions. The Earth spins at 1,000 miles per hour at the equator. and travels around the sun at 70,000 miles per hour. And the sun travels through the galaxy at 450,000 miles per hour. That's 8 trillion miles the sun has traveled since the year zero. Over a light year. And yet, for thousands of years, even before that, people were looking into the sky and seeing the same stars that we see today. And if they had the same optics that we have today, they'd be able to photograph perfect star trails, just like we can. I do not believe this is possible.
I be asking myself a lot of those questions. Like earlier, we seen the video of the guy. He was talking about the moon. I see the moon in the damn daytime, bro. And I always wondered to myself, I get it that the sun is over here and it's reflecting off of the moon. But if it's a clear blue sky today, why can't we see the other side of the moon? The daytime. I only can see one side, and it's daytime. You know, I just, the math just don't be mathing with me sometimes, y'all. It's whatever though. You believe what you want to believe.
Have you guys seen this video? It's a pretty old one, but it's footage from the bottom of a Russian oil rig. So they caught some unexpected footage. Check it out.
What the fuck? They got a leg? Oh, it's stuck with something. Hey, somebody fishing. Okay. Oh, shit. Oops.
What was that? Okay, let's watch it again.
Oh, now, okay. 6,000 down. Okay. 1,300 meters. That's far. No human can swim down there. We can't even go like 100 meters. I don't know.
Okay, so now that you've seen that, let's take into consideration that this was supposedly at a depth of around 6,300 feet. So the world record for the deepest free dive is actually 214 meters, which converts to 700 feet. So we know that couldn't have been a person down there. Also, the world's deepest scuba dive is 332 meters, which converts to around 1,089 feet. So even if someone was wearing some kind of fancy scuba diving mermaid costume of sorts, you still wouldn't be able to reach that depth. So one, we've got a creature that is at a depth that humans cannot possibly reach, even with equipment. And we've also got the fact that this thing speared something in the middle of the ocean in Russia at 6,300 feet. Like, what creature has the knowledge or the capability to understand how to spear a fish? Okay, I've also got another really creepy video that I need you to see. Check it out.
He said, oh shit. Oh. Absolutely not. That was like a fin.
Anyway, so those watermarks are really annoying, I know, I'm sorry. It makes the video quite difficult to see. So I've done my best to brighten things and the exposure so we can try to get a better look at it.
Woo! Absolutely not. But I ain't. Shit, look, shit. You feel me? Like, look, man, you got it. That's your water. You can have all that shit down there. I'm cool. I just walk on my two legs, do what humans do.
Yes, oh my god. For a first-hand mermaid encounter, this is like undeniably an experience that this man had. Anyway, I want you to watch it for yourself and let me know what you think.
Because somebody told me not to mention mermaids. It's don't mention mermaids? I saw a mermaid. Really? Yeah. When? In Seychelles, Africa. You saw an actual mermaid? That's what it was. It was a swimming person.
Really?
Yeah. And
how long ago was this?
I don't know. Ask Will Sylvans. It was
You think there's like a small population of mermaids that are out there?
But anyway, me and this little French boy, and they said don't swim in the lagoon after dark. Everybody's up at the bar, and so everybody's gonna go down. Everybody's kind of racing now. So me and him go down. Me and him get in the water. From a distance, you see something coming like a fucking missile.
Right.
It's coming fast, and we both kind of stop. And then it turns and it jumps out of the water. And it's maybe at least 10, 12 feet long, man. And it do like this, and it look at both of us and go, whoa. The water was only about this deep. Didn't make a splash or nothing. And then me and him turn the fuck around. We running. Everybody's coming down there laughing, got their drinks in their hand. We're like, no, fuck that. And the little boy in French, and his mom is apologizing to me, saying he has a very vivid imagination. Said, no, bitch, listen. We saw a fish man, and it wasn't like a mermaid. Didn't look feminine at all.
Like a man.
A fucking man.
Really?
A fucking dude who said, get the fuck out the pool. Basically, it was like, do you know Aquaman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
he
did it look like
didn't go,
a
hey,
fish
get out
person?
the water.
Did it look like a fish person, or did it look like a human being?
Came out.
Did it have
this.
scales?
It was kind of dark.
Dark like a dolphin?
No, but he had, the back of him was fish. The back of him was fish. His head was humanoid, eyes about so big. Then, if you Google it, the lagoons of Seychelles.
Okay.
And I ain't the first person to see some shit.
Really?
In them waters. And the guy who does the horseback riding, you know, you can ride horses. And he said, how old are you? And I told him, he said, you're from America, right? I'm like, yeah. He said, so at this age, pretty much if you see a turtle, and I tell you that's not a turtle, he said, you know it's a turtle. You're the age, you know what you saw.
Right.
He says, people pay a lot of money at this resort. He says, yeah, it's maybe not a good idea to go around going, I saw a mermaid. And he goes, he's saying how long his family has been fishing in these waters. He says, and he's heard some things. He says, I've heard some things like what you say. He said, I've never seen what you say you saw, but it's not the first time I heard.
You probably thought that the discovery of a tomb is a rare event. Well, no. The reason why we don't have any tombs is because in the 16th and 1700s, the Europeans was consuming mummies at a massive rate. They were used for medicine, they were crushed up, and they were also used for paintings like this one right here, and the color was Egyptian brown. Now mummies was used, crushed up, to make paintings like this into the 1960s. Mummies were also used and destroyed for mummy parties. So this went on during the Victorian period, okay? So these unwrapping parties was just like an Avon party or a Mary Kay party, where they would take the mummy and they would literally have a party unwrapping them. Now, consuming a mummy was thought to heal everything from headaches, epilepsy. Even King Charles II had king drops, is what he called it. This was a drink that contained human skull with alcohol. So you got to understand, in the 16th and 1700s, you can go to your local CVS of that time and get your Egyptian kemet bits over the counter. Understand, we lost a lot of mummies during that time. A lot. That's a span over 1,000 years. Now, the only reason why we have famous mummies preserved like King Tut, it was very carefully hidden away in secret tombs. Now, this is a part of African history that we'll never get back. So just know that the main reason why we don't have any major tomb discoveries in ancient Kemet, present-day Egypt, is because during the 16th and 1700s, they were consumed by the Europeans.
And you know what's crazy? Some people gonna watch that shit and they gonna get right into their fucking feelings, bro, about that, when we should be the ones that's irritated about this shit. Because look, I mean, that's not too far away from the truth, and that's been shown. Like, bro, people be coming on here with their receipts, bro, and you can easily look this stuff up and find the same information. You just have to stop being lazy. But nobody should be in their feelings about it. It's your ancestors that was eating us. But y'all make sure that y'all not on that bullshit, and then, you know, maybe we can start like moving on with some shit. But we got a lot of shit to fix though. Get it messed up, but you know, like shit's crazy, bro. Like the destruction of like our history.
Native Americans, you know, we've had, you know, a lot of proof that, you know, some of us started here in this land. Everybody wasn't brought over from Africa.
Facts.
I'm going to respond in a very peaceful way. There are a lot of my people and white people making videos saying that I'm incorrect on what I'm saying. Most of everybody believes that all nappy-headed people, black people, we all just came from Africa. That's the only place we were. There is an Egyptian temple in the Grand Canyon, which is in America, right? No one is discrediting the African heritage that some of us have. But we're not going to ignore that some of us walking around with my skin tone and who are labeled as African Americans are not descendants of natives. I'm brainwashed. I'm being disrespectful. I'm this, I'm that. We're all just descended from slaves. If you want to stay in that mindset, you can, but I'm digging.
Right.
For the people who don't know who they are.
Right.
You can go and research the $5 Indian yourself, since what I'm saying is a problem. I'm not telling anybody to believe anything I'm saying. I'm saying, do your research. Let me know what you find. No one is discrediting any of the straight-haired Native Americans. I clearly said it's where they could have came from. You don't read much, do you? Spreading misinformation for why? What is the obsession with rewriting history? Rewriting history? Are you serious? Because a lot of things that they told my people, which was saying that we was only slaves and we didn't come from nothing. They didn't teach us about the Egyptians. They didn't teach us about anything that gave us any status of intelligence. Am I really just misinformed? Almost everything I said in the video was false. People just making things up at this point. Only straight-haired Native Americans can be validated as indigenous, right? Okay. In the video, I clearly said, what if, on the situation between black people, white people, and straight-haired Native Americans. If you want to believe that every black person is from Africa, you can. Unfollow me if you have an issue with anything that I say. Because I do have a right to question things. Y'all stay dangerous.
Hey, real talk though, like a lot of people is just so fucking ignorant to this information, bro. Like y'all can't. All right, so look. All these fucking pyramids, all these structures that we're here, that's everywhere. They're everywhere in the United States. Don't get it messed up. It's not just one place. It's not just in Chicago. We got stuff that's hidden everywhere. We got cities that's built on top of cities. You're talking about New York, Chicago, all of that. But, you know, and mysteriously everything is just disappeared and they want to start over and start something brand new. That's because a lot of the truth is being hidden and all of this stuff is starting to being uncovered. Certain group of people had the identity of, oh, we're the elite and we're this and that, you know, and the tides are definitely changing. You had your time, it's over. We ain't going for that shit no more. The reason why black people, we can't get reparations is because they don't have, it's not enough money in the world to give us. And factually, the gold and shit that was from here belongs to us. The ones that the Britons and shit is holding on to, all that gold and shit. That's why United States money is not backed by gold anymore. That shit belongs to us. It was just a scene at Queen Elizabeth's little ceremony and stuff, you know, and they were talking about all the Jews and stuff that they owe, that they need to give back, that they stole, that they took through blood and like murdering kids and stuff like that. But we don't have a reason to talk about our history. When we talk about the true history of people, of mankind, people get into their feelings. You can't do that. Everybody got their place in history, and we just telling y'all about ours, the shit that we know for sure. But it is what it is, though. Like, you know, people gonna get into their feelings. It is what it is.
So y'all know one thing that always confused me about Michelle Obama and Barack Obama? What? So, don't you know when Michelle Obama was pregnant with her 2 daughters, right? There are no pictures on the web of her being pregnant. Right though. You can look it up right now. There's no pictures on her.
Never seen it. And I seen somebody say that before. And I actually sat and thought about it. I said, whoa.
Yeah, you never seen her pregnant, right?
No,
I've never seen her pregnant.
End up having a daughter. Like, just having
2, and that's weird, bro. Because you always see, they always put it on everywhere.
Always.
This person's pregnant. This person's pregnant.
So what makes her different? What makes her different? Probably ain't having.
You know how George Bush be giving like candy to Michelle Obama, like, and they laugh about it. So that's basically just like a reference to George Bush's dad giving Barack Obama candy as a kid, because when he was a kid, Barack Obama's adopted dad, Lolo Sotura, he was like in connection with.
Damn, like it's a lot of shit going on there. They said that Michelle Obama, her name is Michael, and all this other stuff. I don't know how I feel about that. I seen him in person. I don't know.
What do we know about giants?
She ain't got no
In the
pictures.
mid-18 to early 1900s, there were several articles published about giant skeleton remains that were found in those days. You might want to pause and read. Like I said, there's several. And some of these were actually posted by the New York Times. This one's actually an article of a man who found skeleton remains of a giant on his property and refused to sell them. There are actually accounts of people in today's time of finding bones that look like human bones in large proportions. This is an actual skeleton found. And looking back to old depictions from ancient societies, you can clearly see that this is a giraffe. And look at these humans compared to this giraffe. Now this is what an average man would look like compared to a giraffe. Giants? You could also see in depictions such as this. Is that a child or is that a person compared to a giant?
That's a person.
The Flathead Indians shared tales of amazingly strong giants with the Lewis and Clark expedition. These giants dominate the mythology of this tribe. There are numerous places in America alone where you can find footprints just like this, embedded in stone. Not to mention the numerous biblical stories about giants, and also other religions speaking of giants. Now, we've all heard of giant reptiles, giant rodents. What about giant humans?
Of course.
You decide.
Of course. It's only natural. Everything was bigger back then. We're getting
In the
smaller.
last 40 years, 4 out of every 1,000 people have vanished in the Alaskan Triangle, which may not sound like a lot, but it's actually twice the national average. Located in northern Alaska, this region is wild, and not many humans have explored it. It also is made up of very treacherous, icy tundra and mountains. One of the largest disappearances of military aircraft happened in the Alaskan Triangle in 1950. This is the C-54 Skymaster. It was carrying about 40 Air Force servicemen and 2 civilians from Anchorage to Montana when it mysteriously disappeared after checking in one last time. The search party was massive. 7,000 men were searching on ground and in the air. In that search, 3 additional planes crashed while searching for the original C-54.
wow.
Even now, after 70 years, we have no idea where the plane crashed or what happened to it. They even launched a search in 2012 using modern technology to try and find the original plane, but nothing came up. This is just one example of a disappearance in the Alaska Triangle. There are a lot of theories discussing what could be causing these disappearances in the Alaska Triangle besides it just having extremely dangerous and treacherous terrain. Of course, you've got the alien theory, but indigenous people of the Pacific Northwest coast of North America, the Tlingit and the Tsimshian, have their own ideas about why people are disappearing at such high rates in the Alaska Triangle. They believe some otters are shapeshifters. This is the Kushtaka, also known as the Otterman of Alaska. Some people compare them to Bigfoot, but I think they're a lot more scary and sinister. The Kushtaka purposely disguises itself as someone that you know, a family or a friend, and pretends to be lost or injured. Or they show up when you're the one who's lost or injured and pretends like they're there to help you. And they lead you even deeper into the wild before either tearing you apart or turning you into a Kushtaka too. And if that happens, your soul cannot reincarnate. So all around bad news. For more on Otterman, the Alaska Triangle, and all the other theories about these mysterious disappearances, check out episode 96 of my podcast called Night Classy.
Okay, so this is footage from 2010. This was caught on CCTV by a woman who claims that she was abducted by aliens and subjected to numerous medical procedures. This footage was filmed in VV format, which makes it hard, if not impossible, to convert to PC. So it'd be extra hard to actually manipulate this footage. As you can see here, she suddenly appears to melt into the mattress and then reappears 13 minutes later. Watch closely and let me know what you think.
Absolutely not. Y'all not. Absolutely not. You done went right through the bed, didn't she?
The Craziest Celebrity Conspiracy Theories Part 1. Britney Spears worked for George W. Bush. The conspiracy theory suggests that the reason why Britney had meltdowns or made poor decisions was to distract the public from the presidential mistakes made. For instance, her kiss with Madonna at the VMAs in 2003 was when Bush was under fire for his decisions in Iraq. Remember when she married her childhood friend Jason Alexander but was annulled 55 hours later? The theory claims this occurred to distract people from the indictment of Scooter Libby after he blew the cover of CIA agent Valerie Plame. In 2007, Bush announced the reformation of Al-Qaeda. The same night Britney snuck out of rehab, shaved her head, and attacked a paparazzi van with an umbrella. The day before a midterm election in which Republicans could potentially lose 33 Senate seats and 435 House seats, Spears announces her split from Kevin Federline. Do you believe in this theory?
I don't know about that, but I do know that a lot of things we do get distracted by a lot of stuff when a lot of shit that really means something is going on or they're trying to pass or get through. They're always gonna have distractions. So I mean, I won't think that that's crazy. That's a crazy thought process right there because yeah, that can very much be going on for sure. Politics is a dirty game.
Different shit that they're finding in the Amazon and in South America, and that there used to be 20 million people that lived in the Amazon and they died off because of sickness. They were visited mostly, like apparently Europeans when they came in like the 1500s, they would tell these incredible stories about these huge civilizations in the Amazon. But then when explorers came back 200 years later, there was nothing there. And they were like, this is crazy. They lied. They must have lied. But it turns out they didn't lie. What happened was smallpox ran through the fucking jungle and killed everybody.
We did it.
And then the jungle just overtook these cities. And now they're finding these cities with something called LiDAR. They use these planes and they circle over this area, or helicopters, whatever the fuck they do. And they shoot this shit down, this LiDAR. It's like laser radar, and it gives you a detailed image of what's below the surface and what's there.
Shit.
And it shows them all these crazy structures, all these like roadways and irrigation systems and circles inside of a square. Like it was villages and cities, and millions of people probably lived there.
Fuck.
That's crazy, and it's a lot of stuff we ain't discovered here yet. Why are we in?
The Craziest Celebrity Conspiracy Theories Part 4. Tupac is still alive. Tupac Shakur died of gunshot wounds.
That's because they feeding everybody breadcrumbs while they do real shit. I'm just gonna tell you. That's it.
Suffered in a drive-by shooting by rival gang members in 1996. But that's not what theorists believe. Instead, it is believed that Tupac and team heard about the planned murder and decided to fake his death before they got to him first. Even Suge Knight confirmed it in 2014. Why you think nobody been arrested if they said they the one that killed Tupac? Because Tupac not dead. You know he's somewhere smoking a Cuban cigar on an island. Suge is further involved in the story, as he was in the car with Tupac when the shooting happened, and of all 14 bullets that were fired, not a single one hit Suge. Shakur always protected himself in public due to another shooting 2 years before. On this occasion though, there was no vest in sight. Tupac's cremation was done the day after he died, in a private ceremony that Suge Knight reportedly paid $3 million to secure. However, the man who carried out the process allegedly disappeared, and has never been seen again. The coroner listed Tupac as 6 foot and 215 pounds, when he was actually 5 foot 10 and 168 pounds. A planned public memorial for Tupac was cancelled at the last minute, leaving Knight and the cremator who disappeared being the only people to have seen the dead body. So, do you believe that Tupac is still alive, or do you need more from the theory?
Oh man, that's a tough one right there, man. I don't want to believe that he did, but you know, it looked like he is to me, but could be on the island. Anything is possible, bro. That's why it's just cool to talk about. I mean, I know this is an old one, but like how do y'all really feel in the comments down below? Cause it does, and a lot of stuff just don't. The math just don't be mathing, y'all. How is he in this car next to this big ass, ginormous ass dude, and he don't even get scathed by a damn bullet? And then you don't see the body, none of that stuff, man. Like afterwards, they just cremated. Why was Suge in charge of like all of that stuff? Why wasn't it like, you know, his mom? You know?
So the Paiutes of Nevada have this ancient legend that they went to war against a ferocious enemy of red-haired cannibalistic giants known as the Sitka. And they trapped these giants in a large cave, set it ablaze with fire. In 1883, Sarah Winnemucca, she was the daughter of the chief. She wrote a book called Life Among the Paiutes. She writes about the red-haired people eaters that her tribe exterminated. In 1911, a group of miners are digging out bat dung in this cave, and they start to discover countless artifacts and skeletons of giant proportion with red hair. This triggers the archaeologists to come out in 1912. They find donut-shaped notch-stone calendars. They also start finding gigantic tools, weapons shafts, and skeletons. One looks like a weird humanoid, measured 6'6". There's a bunch of witnesses who say that they've seen the Lovelock skulls in a back room at the Humboldt Museum.
I believe it on the real time.
If you know, you know. It is a fact that animation film producers have been caught putting subliminal messages in their films.
Yes.
Let's check out a few from The Lion King.
Yes.
Here's an actual movie poster from the movie Lion King. Say that I'm just connecting dots, whatever. The thing is, there's too many examples of this. I literally could show you more.
I can do that all day too. Real talk, it'd be a lot of stuff that
our economy called Chancellor of the Exchequer. His name's Rishi Sunak. He put out this video saying that what they want to do is bring in this thing called the central banking digital currency. They want to replace fiat paper money with digital money as a competitor to Bitcoin and crypto money, right? But instead of being decentralized currency, it will be controlled by a government. It's digital currency, but controlled centrally by banks, Bank of England. So instead of having a bank account with whatever, HSBC or Bank of America, you'll have a bank account directly with, in the American context, with the Fed. In the UK, directly with the Bank of England. You have a personal bank account, and you're given digital money in that bank account. These are called central banking digital currencies. The Chancellor of the Exchequer in the UK has already announced their intention to do this as the G7 group. And these, if you look up...
this sounds terrifying.
If you look up the Telegraph newspaper...
Central bank digital currency, is that the one down below?
Digital currency should be programmable. See that one there? Yeah? Now, what they're doing is they're saying, you know, everyone knows that with inflation at over 5%, it's now 5.4%, right? Our fiat money, the paper money, is increasingly becoming worthless, and we're headed towards a big disaster. The Fed wants to raise interest rates. But we're in so much debt that if you raise interest rates, people are going to suffer because we're living on debt as Western economies. So they realize that this kind of the lifespan of paper money is fast coming to an end because of the 2008 economic crash in particular. So they're bringing in these central banking digital currencies. Why is that word programmable in there? So what they said in that article, and the Chancellor put a video out saying this as well, they've said that this money that you will earn from work, instead of having paper money, you have this digital money. It's programmable so that you can't buy certain foods, or if you do something that your employer doesn't like, it's all in that article. You won't be able to spend your money. In other words, it's not money. They're vouchers. They're like food vouchers. And they can be programmed so that, like the Chinese social credit system, that if you try and use them on a certain thing, it won't work. You say you want to buy a burger and they want you to buy bugs, which is one of the examples used. If you start to try and buy unhealthy meat, it just won't work. You tap your card, you can't buy the thing because you've met your quota that month of burgers. You have to buy something like a vegan meal.
So it won't just be money in the sense of the way we have dollars or pounds today.
Yeah.
It'll be something that's controlled in terms of your ability to distribute it.
Which is why I'm calling it a voucher. It's a coupon.
But even a coupon, if you have a coupon to buy bread, you can still buy the bread.
Yeah.
Like,
But you can't buy... See, that coupon to buy bread, what you can't do is buy a burger with that coupon. It's for bread.
Right.
Yeah?
Right. Do you feel like you're sounding the alarm
Yes.
for people that don't understand what is going on?
So, here, I'll pull it up for you here, yeah? So there's the video.
The group of the world's 7 most advanced economies, the G7, is launching a set of public policy principles for
Look, it's all about control. This whole money thing is about, like, look, everything we do is about them establishing control. That's what's happened with cryptocurrency. Like, all of a sudden the government has to step in. Oh, we're gonna regulate. Oh, we're gonna sue this company right here, and you owe us this money because we're not involved and we're not getting our palms wet, and we don't want to miss out on this. It's all about control. But what they're starting to understand is that people are taking back the control. We are the ones that make this shit go around. If we stop today, if I'm gonna say it like this, and I fuck with everybody. Just I'm just gonna give you an example. If all black people right now, if we stop spending money and we just start keeping our money amongst ourselves, it'll fuck up the whole government. It'll shut down the whole government, people. Y'all gotta understand the power that we do have. Imagine if we unite people, like-minded people, white people, black people, all of us together. If we stood together and band together and made shit happen, then they would have to do what we wanted. They can't control us. They can't make us do anything that we don't want to do. Y'all forget who makes the rules. It's us. It's really us. They don't have any power over us. And as an indigenous person of this United States here, this corporation, you know, I'm not a part of that. I'm just indigenous to this land, you know. We need to take our power back, and we need to do it the right way, because we're destroying the earth. That's why the earth is like fighting against us right now. It's getting hotter, the radiation burning people up. Y'all gonna see in the next couple years. It's gonna get worse.
Okay, this is really getting interesting because this guy said the same exact thing that you said. The video is gone. What if they found Moses' tomb? That's what I'm really thinking, y'all. So let's go.
Yesterday, that was this archaeologist who was literally from Utah. I could see the mountains right behind her, and she was digging up something. And then it showed it. It was a 9,000-year-old mummy that they had tested. They had just got back the DNA results right when they announced it. That was yesterday. Fast forward to today. That video is gone. And I got to thinking, why would that matter if there's a 9,000-year-old mummy that was found in Salt Lake City, Utah? Then it dawned on me, because that would mean that the entire foundation of a whole organization that we're not going to mention is false. Let me find out those mummies are black too. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to keep you guys updated with all the information. As a resident of Utah, I got to say this is a proud moment for our state. Yo!
Yeah. Hey, y'all know what the fuck it is, man. You know what the fuck it is. Hey, I seen that discovery, and the dude was so upset, man. He was so upset when he had that announcement. You can see it is all on his face, and it's on the internet, y'all. Y'all can still find the video. Guess what color? It was black. Facts. It was definitely black, but you know, like with these videos, y'all, that don't make us better than anybody else. We are who we are. And all we're doing is reporting real life history and facts. So anybody that's on these videos that's want to get in their feelings, bro, that's you and your feelings. I obviously really don't care. I can't relate to you because I'm not in my feelings like that. I've learned through time. This is information, and everything that I say is not even correct. You know, through life, you know, you got to think this thing that we run on right here, we run on in Dinkra codes. So it's like codes everywhere, just like the Matrix. You see the zeros and the ones. Everything is this error correcting codes. And what I'm doing currently in my lifetime, I'm just correcting my errors and where I want to go in life and my manifestations and stuff, and creating my reality the way that I see it. And we got to get back to doing that. Build your life that you want to build, because like I keep hitting on, we were programmed as kids to be stuck into this matrix, into this system, on things that they want you to do. They say that you have to go to college, you have to get that information, but what in fact is, a lot of people want to be free financially. But ain't that ass backwards when the people that are most successful are the people that didn't even go to college? These are the people that's billionaires and millionaires that's popping up every damn day, and you're wondering why you went a certain route. Now, I'm not knocking school. Yes, definitely get your education, but get it from the right sources. Y'all learning bullshit. You know, you're getting degrees that don't mean a damn thing. Now you're in debt. Now you're gonna get a job that, you know, don't even pay you enough to even come close to putting a dent in your student loans. Now you're depressed. You're wondering what the fuck you did with your life. What you did, in fact, was exactly what they wanted you to do, is to be a damn pawn to this bigger game that they're playing. And they're playing games with your life that you have here. So for most people, I would say 90% of people on this planet are not manifesting what they want to do in life. It's only a small percentage, and that can definitely change. I think if more people was to wake up, and that's not to say, oh, be woke, just wake up to being yourself. That's all I'm saying. We can definitely change the world. We can have new inventions every damn day, you know, from intelligent people from all walks of life, because white people have, you know, genius people in their bloodlines and shit too. Asian people do too. Black people do too. We need to get back to just being us, you feel me, and stop being so fucking violent towards towards each other. It's just dumb. People hate other people because of basic insecurities that they're not accomplishing in their life. So they're just projecting that bad energy onto you. But people like me, I walk around with a force field. It can't penetrate my environment. No longer. You will not have power over me. You will not have control over my life. I'm going to walk my walk, and I'm going to talk my talk. You know what I'm saying? You're going to see me manifest things right here in front of you. I've been doing it for years. Go back to my original videos and see the progression of this. This is something I really wanted to do, and I'm doing it to the best of my abilities, and you guys can do the same thing. Just wake up and be who you're gonna be today. And look, man, I appreciate y'all for stopping through, hollering at your boy, rocking with me. You know what I'm saying? I'll see you on the next video. This is definitely a dope video. It's a lot to think about. Like I said, choose your reality wisely, people. And you know what I'm saying? I'll see you on the next video. And like I always say, spread love, because there's too much hate in this world. Love you guys. I'll see you on the next video. And I'm out though. Bye.